because Jesus he's the light of the world. And the light of the world, he came down and dwelt among us. And so in that, he died for our sins. And so that means that we already have the ultimate victory. So in that ultimate victory, we just live from victory to victory. We live from glory to glory. And that's what God has for us. And I feel like God, this is something that I feel like the Lord kind of gave to me, because I think sometimes just the Christian life, it can seem like kind of confusing sometimes. And I was listening to this. I listened to part of what this small snippet of what this Christian rapper said. And he talked about a lot of people are having podcasts, and so podcasts are basically like a talk that they record and they put it on a YouTube video next to it, or they don't put it online, or just something where you can listen to it. And he said that people tell you what to do, but they don't necessarily tell you how to do it. And I was reading something, to be honest, on real estate, because I love business. I'm passionate about business. And there's this guy named David Bach. He wrote this book called Automatic Millionaire, and this is the real estate version. And he talked about how all these people say, oh, you can get rich buying houses, no money down. What they mean by that is buying like 4 or 5 houses all on credit. But he's like that. But people don't tell you how to do that, or how to do things. A lot of times we're told what to do, we're not told how to do it. And so I feel like if somebody says, how can I live, in the light? How can I be the light that God calls me to be? And the number one answer is love. The number one answer is love. And so if you go to Luke 10. Luke 10, verses 25 through 37. It says, just then a lawyer stood up to test Jesus. Teacher, he said, what must I do to inherit eternal life? He said to him, what is written in the law? What do you read there? He answered, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. And he said to him, you have given the right answer. Do this, and you will live. By wanting to justify himself, he asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? Jesus replied, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell into the hands of robbers, who stripped him, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan while traveling came near him, and when he saw him, he was moved with pity. He went to him and bandaged the wounds, having poured oil and wine on them. Then he put him on his own animal, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 denarii, gave them to the innkeeper, and said, take care of him, and when I come back, I will pay you whatever more you spend. Which of these 3 do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers? He said, the one who showed him mercy. Jesus said to him, go and do likewise. So that's the essence of our life, that love. And it's hard. It is so hard. I think it was it was either last week or a couple weeks ago. It's probably last week though. No, it was 2 weeks ago. Well, working, so I called off one night. I came in the next night, and a patient pulled out an IV, and we had to wrestle him and take him back to his room. And I smeared blood it was like his blood was all on my shirt. and on my undershirt. And I'm like, I'm just so mad because I have to. I'm thank God I got another shirt in my car, but I'm so mad because I got this blood on me. I don't want to have this blood on me. I changed my shirt, and I figure out the shirt that I changed into, or the shirt that I had washed that had the blood on it. The blood came out, but somehow I had bleach stains on the back of it. I was like, what is going on? The next day, I'm talking to this guy. He's always coming in the ER drunk. He's always drunk all the time. All the time. He's always slurring his speech is almost always slurred. Almost always he's like slurring, he's not speaking coherently. And it's time for him to go, and I'm like, I always talk to them the same. I talk to him the same. Say, come on, man, it's time to go. Come on. And I'm letting the bed rail down, and he's laying on the bed. And next thing I know, he pulls a knife out of his pocket, and and the knife and the blade comes out. And I'm like, I was so mad in that moment. Like, I was really, really mad in that moment. Like, I wasn't really concerned about the blade. I was just mad that he put the blade out on me. And like, when the blade came out, I said, put it down. And I kept yelling, put it down. And he ended up putting it down. I tried to take it from him. And he like cuffed it like underneath his hand like this. And he ended up putting it in his pocket. So I just made sure he left. We made sure he left the property. But I was so mad that he pulled the knife on me. And in my mind, I'm thinking if I'm on the street, I probably would have hit him. I probably would have tried to hurt him if he pulled a knife on me like on the street. But at work, I'll get in trouble. So I was just angry about it. I was really mad that this man just pulled a knife on me. And I remember he wanted his cane. He was like, "Well, can I get my cane?" I said, "No, you don't get your cane. No, you gotta go." So we just made sure he left, and I was super duper mad. Like, people, like, they were kind of nervous about it, but I was just mad. Like, I wanted to hurt him. And I just my heart, I'm telling you the truth. But it showed me, what Jesus, the love of God, because, you think about the time that, Jesus was whipped, Jesus was bruised, all those things happened, and, at the very climax of it, Jesus on the cross, he said, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they do." Like, that takes a lot. Like, the guy didn't even stab me, and I was angry. But Jesus was like literally bruised, cut, stabbed, all of that. And he said, "Father, forgive me, for they know not. Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they do." Like, that is love. That's powerful. And so that's why love is always going to overcome, the hate, the darkness. That light is coming from that love. And that love is going to always be there for us, and that God is going to always give us that. All we have to do is say yes to it, and His presence will inhabit us. And I thank God for His presence, because there's never, you think about that, the person on the cross, the thief on the cross, he said, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." So he lived a life. Some of us were like, "Man, I just want to be a better Christian. I want to be, a better this. I want to be a better that." But this man lived a life of sin that was to the point where he was on a cross about to die. He was basically, we think about this. I don't know if they still do this, but think about capital punishment. Okay, that's probably the only place that you see nowadays where, there's like judgment judgment in the judicial system to the point where they're going to actually kill somebody. Just think if somebody's about to go to the electric chair or about to have an injection, and it's been ordered for them to die, and them saying, and I'm quite sure people have done this, and they said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus, forgive, or they just say, "Jesus, forgive me for what I've done." At the very end, he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." But he said, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus forgave them. You know, Jesus forgave him. It's like, it's not about us, you know, just, oh, I want to be. I mean, we can become a better Christian, and that our walk is about that. But it's just about us saying yes to Jesus. You know, it's about us, whether it's our first day, our last day, the day in the middle. As long as we say yes to Jesus, you know, as long as we say yes to that light, and just that one yes will overcome all the darkness, you know. And so I just want us to be encouraged and to not be down on ourselves, you know, to know that God is with us and that God is for us. You know, who can be against us? Like my sister said, they said, "Oh, you never have a baby." The baby's here. Amen. You know, the baby's here, and you know, God is so faithful. God is so faithful. Okay, that's all I want to share. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, my brother. And we give glory for this powerful word of God. And really, I was touched too much because of, you know, there is something really I've been studying and been thinking so much about, you know, the love God invested in Jesus is too much. And this love, really, we have to thank Him. And almost every day, we are challenges. We have challenges because of the enemy there before us. And this enemy always is fight to us to lose this love from God. You see that? The enemy, the demon, the devil, wanted you to lose the love of God He has put it in you, and to give back to Him the same love. That is everything, always, every time, and every day, night and day, until Jesus will come. Until the time you die. Is there doing everything for you to lose, to be discouraged, to do not go forward, to be down. He wanted to make you down. You may have money, but you are down from the love of God, so that you may not reach the level God wanted you to be. God wanted you to be, to glory, to the glory to glory. And God wants you to go higher and higher in love with Him, so that you may succeed. So that you may see, so that everything you need from Him may be easy for you. Yeah. Sometimes, almost, we make things difficult because we don't trust too much in God. That we lose many things because only we don't have 100% love to God. The Word of God says, and brother say that you love Him with all your mind, all your heart, and all your force. And take by force everything from him. Every love, take it by force. Put the love of God in you by force. By force, put it in you so that you may receive, so that you may touch the things you never see, so that when you pray, you ask, you call upon him, you may see the things you never see before. Hallelujah. There is something you never see. Ask God to show you that things he provides for you. Hallelujah. God, you have prayed many prayers. Many prayers you pray, and you don't see something. You pray back. But now force God, love him more so that he may show you the things he has promised for you. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Just do that. When you do that, you are going to see many things. Hallelujah. Now, there is something very, very, very simple and very strong. God has been speaking with Joshua. Chapter 1. Can we read? Joshua chapter 1, verse 5. Right, 5 to 9. Somebody can read quick, and I will explain it quickly. Yeah, brother Stephanie, can you read it?
No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
Hallelujah. You see, God has been speaking to Joshua. Just God wants him to understand that he must be courageous. Hallelujah. He must love him, and he must be courageous. In these verses, you can see that courage, stronger, surely. Just God wanted him to understand that much you love him, and much you will be succeed. Much you love him, much you succeed in that. Much you don't love him, much you are going to fail. That is the law. God has said. He said that no one will be able to stand up against you all the day of your life. When you have Jesus Christ, when you put too much love in him, no one will stand before you in your life. That is sure.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
No one will stand before you. What is the meaning stand before you? Stand before you means stand before you means that no one will be placed. You stand here, no one will be placed before you. No. There is something no one something we cannot see may stand before you without seeing it, but He's there. But if you love God, these things you never see before, or you will never see, wanted to stand before you. There's something wanted to stand before you. Now, God will say, if you love Him, if you stand strong, nothing, no one will stand before you. Going somewhere, before here. Before you is been here. Hallelujah. Before me, also to station someone not with this station before you. It also means that